In his Christmas op-ed in the New York Times, Ross Douthat recounted some visionary and mystical experiences of non-religious people. His intention seemed to be to lend some credence to mainstream religion. However, he made the time-worn error of reification, that is, the ascription of an external, mind-independent status to phenomena that are nothing more than internal mental representations. What is critical here is to understand the difference between sensory experience and description. Initially, mystical experiences may be visionary, emotive, and awe-inspiring, but which push the cognitive or thinking processes to the background of consciousness, or shut them off completely. After the experience subsides, cognition switches back on and attempts an explanation or description of what just happened. The error is believing that the visionary aspects of the experience exist independently of the mind that experiences them, that they are visitations from outside rather than internal imaginations. For example, in the higher states of meditation, one may well have an experience that one's mind had merged with the cosmos, suggesting that the cosmos itself is conscious. Another example is Paul's vision of Jesus on the road to Damascus, assumed by followers to have been a visitation by the Son of God. Douthat conjectures that the mystical experiences he describes might be the absolute, with a capital A, reaching through the veil. No doubt he has some idea of what he means by the absolute, but it is nonetheless a reification. Douthat is aligned with the idea that the experiences have a cosmic origin and cause, rather than purely psychological ones. He then goes on to wager that, quote, all the varieties of religious experience should be interpreted in the light of divine incarnation. In other words, the birth of Jesus. Now that's a reification worthy of an Oscar. I offer two sources which provide fairly convincing evidence that mystical visions are in fact confined to the brain. One is Michael Persinger, who is a neuroscientist at Laurentian University. Persinger discovered that he could stimulate mystical visions in people simply by sending weak electrical currents into their temporal lobes. Subjects reported having out-of-body experiences and seeing ghost-like visions which they interpreted to be God, Jesus, Muhammad, angels, and so on, according to their belief systems. The second source is James Austin, the author of the extraordinary book Zen and the Brain. Austin is both a neurologist and a Zen practitioner. In the book, he explores the neural circuitry involved in each stage of meditation. He gets to the cosmic merge, which he calls Ambient Vision, about 2/3 of the way through the book. After describing some of the neural pathways that produce it, Austin writes, Ambient Vision is an illusion, a global representation which an overactive brain elaborates under rare circumstances. And he adds, moreover, within the once covert matrix of this pre-conscious space, a stressed normal brain will project all sorts of images, including hallucinations. Human beings have a predilection for the transcendental. Clearly it is woven into our neural circuitry. What is critical is a reality-based, coherent evaluation of its reach. That is, the high probability that what is transcended is not the mind or consciousness and not the physical body. What is transcended is simply normal waking reality. More of this later.